Good day, everyone. Today, we will explore one of the most controversial periods in Philippine history, the Marcos dictatorship and the imposition of martial law from 1972 to 1986. Our discussion is based on various sources gathered from books and the internet. Let's begin by looking at how Marcos rose to power and the events that ultimately led to his declaration of martial law. Our first source is from the book Philippine History and Government by historian Sonia M. Zaidek. Since this may be the first detailed account we are encountering about this period, we will approach the topic by summarizing her work, which provides an insightful overview of how democracy was dismantled and replaced by authoritarian rule.
Martial law was declared on September 21, 1972, but Marcos officially announced it 2 days later on September 23. He claimed it was to save the republic from threats like communism and rebellion. However, many believe it was really to stay in power beyond his term. During this time, democracy was suspended and Marcos ruled with complete authority until 1986.
Martial law brought many big changes. A new constitution in 1973 was approved, but many questioned whether the approval was fair. People freedom of speech was taken away, and the press was controlled. Protests are not allowed, and opposition's leaders are arrested. Marcos also recognized the government giving himself more power and making sure the military stays loyal at him.
During martial law, Congress was dissolved, which means lawmakers no longer had a say. Marcos combined the power of president and the prime minister, giving himself total control. He also changed the local government system to the barangay system, which placed local leaders directly under his authority. This made it easier for Marcos to maintain across the country.
Marcos and his family had complete control of the government. Imelda Marcos held important government positions and lived a life of luxury. Meanwhile, Marcos' close friends, known as cronies, controlled key industries. They used their power to enrich themselves, leading to widespread corruption. Many businesses were taken over, and wealth was concentrated among a small of group powerful allies.
I'm Hadzi Ali Johara J, the next reporter. My topic is stronger military power. Martial law greatly increased the power of the military. The number of soldiers grown from 60,000 to 250,000, giving the government more control. The National Intelligence and Security Authority, NISA, led by Gen Fabian Ger, monitored and silent critics. Civilians were often tried in military courts, where the law was ignored, leading to many cases of abuse and corruptions.
Good day everyone, I'm Carlo Nunez. Let's to continue about the martial law, part 6. The Fourth Republic of 1981, even though martial law was lifted in 1981, Marcos still kept control under the Fourth Republic. He won the 1981 elections. But many believe the result were manipulated and this position leader refused to join future election, saying that the system was unfair and that real democracy was not restored. Marcos' grip on power remained strong.
The assassination of Ninoy Aquino on August 21, 1983 shocked the nation. His death angered many Filipinos and sparked protests across the country. This led to the rise of Cory Aquino, who became the leader of the opposition movement. After years of unrest, the anger of the people led to the 1986 People Power Revolution, where millions of Filipinos took to the streets. This peaceful protest forced Marcos to flee and brought back democracy under Cory Aquino's leadership. Now we'll discuss the pros and cons of martial law during the Marcos era. Our discussion is based on sources from Scrib, and Encyclopedia Britannica. We will present different aspects of this topic. Let's begin.
Hi everyone! This presentation analyzes the effects of martial law, focusing on both these advantages and disadvantages. Inscribe highlights the positive impacts such as infrastructure development and economic growth. Britannica provides insights into the reason behind martial law and its consequences. Let's explore these points in detail.
I'll talk about the positive impact as highlighted by the script. One notable benefit was infrastructure development. Several major projects were complete during this period, including the Cultural Center of the Philippines, the Kidney Center and the Philippine Heart Center, and the San Juanico Bridge, which remains the longest bridge in the Philippines.
I continue by discussing economic growth during martial law. According to Scribb, the government invested in transportation infrastructure with the construction of the North and South Luzon Expressway, NLEX and XLEX, and the introduction of the light rail transit, LRT, which is communicating in Metro Manila. Additionally, foreign investment increased with the establishment of Bataan Export Processing Zone. This tax-free zone encouraged the growth of businesses and attracted international investors. Although the long-term effects were questionable, this initiative provided an initial boost to the economy.
Next, I'll talk about how Marcos consolidated control during martial law. As noted by Britannica, first, he reduced crime and suppressed rebel activities by strengthening military control. Second, he banned labor strike, limiting workers' rights, and introduced land reforms that promised progress but were not effectively implemented. In 1973, a new constitution was introduced, allowing Marcos to serve as both president and prime minister. However, he did not convene the required legislative body, giving him unchecked power.
Great job, everyone! That concludes our discussion on the martial law in the Philippines according to different sources. Thank you to all our speakers for shedding light on this important period in the Philippine history.